Thank you so much for staying tuned. Yeah, this is Good Morning Abuja on NTA Channel 5, Abuja, the Unity Station. Now we have another guest, and this time we want to talk about humanitarian activities in the year 2024. And we have Dr. Albert Kellong Akali. He is the president, Gamma Unity and Development Organization, and also the president, Rotary Club of Wuse Central. Okay, so you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Same to
Yeah,
you. Thank you. And Happy New Year.
Same to you. Yeah. So we're talking about humanitarian prospects for 2024. So let's start from there, the humanitarian activities.
Yeah, the prospect for humanitarian service is quite high. The year 2024 has a very bright prospect generally, and we pray that the activities this year will transform various lives of communities in Nigeria and bring succor to the people of this country. Okay. So the prospects are quite high.
Okay. All right. This is the year 2024. As a citizen of this great country, Nigeria, what do you think an individual should do on the humanitarian aspect to help and assist another person?
Beautiful. Individually, I think it's most important that people that are well off should take care of those that are not able to meet certain basic things of life. Because what is the essence of living in a community where you have enough and your neighbor doesn't really have anything to do? I mean, have nothing to eat. So I will encourage Nigerians to be our brothers keepers, to take each other and then work together and ensure that nobody is deprived of basic amenities or basic food to feed.
Okay, I know you belong to an organization who is known for humanitarian services. Okay, now, what do you think that organizations, NGOs, even government, how do you think they'll be able to, let's say, boost the humanitarian services this year, 2024?
Beautiful. To boost humanitarian services this year, 2024, I'll encourage all organizations, non-governmental organizations, including government itself, to take an assessment of various communities, to find out their needs, and carry out projects that can improve their lives and reduce human suffering. I think that's the basic message I'll pass to organizations that carry out humanitarian services. And down to my own area of focus, we have projects that will impact on communities. We have already done some last year. We'll be doing some more this year.
Okay. All right. As an individual, how do you target your audience to assist them? Should it just be your neighbors, or you should go extra mile and find out who are those in need and you assist them? So how do you go about it?
Yeah, need assessment is very, very important. And you could do the need assessment within their immediate vicinity and find out that they really do not need much assistance. And you realize that somebody a little bit further will be in their need of assistance, just a little, to make the basic needs of life a person will need. So when you carry out need assessment, you'll be able to tell where to focus your energy in, because of course the resources are scarce and we need to know how to deploy them. So need assessment is key, and then projects to be carried out too must be sustainable. So you look at the community. If you are carrying out a major project, you should be able to make sure that such projects are sustainable, so that they won't be just wasted ventures. You plow into it and nothing happens at the end of the day. Tomorrow they are waiting for another donation again. It should be sustainable, and areas of need very important.
Okay, so how would you rate us? Let's look at Nigeria. Humanitarian response, okay, especially responding to needs of people. How would you rate us? 1 to, let me just say 1 to 5. How would you rate us? Are we doing well?
1 to 5, I would say, well, we are barely 2.5.
Also, I asked that
our
question.
Humanitarian intervention, we need to do more. Thank God we have a ministry that is coordinating that, and we have lots of NGOs too. So NGOs needs to do more. Government needs to coordinate those NGOs, and we as individuals also need to do more, so that we do not have a lopsided society where we have the extreme rich and the extreme poor.
So if you are put in a place to plan the needs or to be in charge of the humanitarian services of this nation, where would you start from? You understand? What strategies would you want to put in place that you think that are not in place right now?
Yeah, I think we start from the grassroots.
Okay.
Thank God, we have about 774 local governments in this country.
Okay.
So we go to the grassroots and carry out proper needs assessment.
Okay.
The needs of somebody in Maiduguri might not be the same with the needs of somebody in Yenogwa.
Okay.
Might not be the same with somebody in Oshogbo,
Okay.
or might not be the same with somebody in Katsina. So we need to carry out those needs assessment at the grassroots level.
Okay.
Once we carry that out, then we begin to plan on how to meet up those needs.
Okay.
We might not meet all, but at least to some extent, 70 to 80% of those needs can be met if we plan very well with limited resources.
So what strategies are your own club, or let me say your NGO? What strategies are you?
In fact, in my organization, that Rotary Club of Wuse Center, I was a member of Rotary International.
Okay.
About 1.4 million members all over the world. We carry out proper need assessment before we carry out any project. We had a project in Jahi where we discovered that the PhD was exposed to miscreants, and they were coming into the PhD, sleeping there, and the member of staff at risk of being molested. So we fenced the place for them. Okay. And then we discovered that their antenatal center was too small. There was crowdedness, and with the experience of COVID, everywhere there is crowdedness, you need to give space so that people sit in a well-planned system to prevent disease spreading. So we were able to build up an antenatal and vaccination center for them, which we all commissioned to us last year. So we do carry out need assessment to find out what the community needs. After carrying out the needs assessment, we also get the buy-in of the communities.
Okay.
And then we set up a community core that will ensure sustainability of the program. Okay. After you implement the project, you need somebody that will take it and run with it and monitor it and ensure that things are going well. And so that if at one point we find out, we try to check how the program is faring, be able to get somebody that will say,
who is responsible.
We're looking after the project and everything is doing well, but we have challenges in this area, or we don't have challenges.
So I won't be wrong if I say that Rotary, your organization noses around for needs and meets the needs of the community around you.
Beautiful. We do that. And one of our flagship program or project is the eradication of polio. The vaccination is still ongoing, so that we create enough safety nets and also create awareness on the need to continue taking the vaccination for new babies and all that to prevent any
comeback.
Yes.
Don't want comeback.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. But before we go, I want you to talk to us from your assessment of Nigerians on humanitarian service. To me, it's poor. From that
Very poor.
So how can we get it right?
Beautiful. Thank God we have a government that is barely a year old. What we need to do is to properly articulate our plans, carry out an objective need assessment. Don't carry a project to an area because you are from that area. Don't carry a project to an area where you just feel you should carry out a project. There are some of these projects that have been done in so many areas that are abandoned. Nobody's using them. So the need assessment needs to be done. Then when it comes to implementation, the implementation must take the community involved. So that there will be sustainability. The community should be able to own the project, to help, so that when you're identifying people to be helped, we shouldn't just look at just family and friends. No, go down there and find out who are those really in need. You can't sit in Abuja or in the capital cities and think all is well and start throwing it. You must go there, carry out a need assessment, spread it. it must be spread, covering all sides, whether no matter what party you belong to or what ethnic national group you belong to or religion, it must be spread across the board. And then once you do that and people own it, and there is monitoring and evaluation, I think we will get it right. It's not a difficult thing to do.
Okay, so your final words to people watching, okay, especially in the area of humanitarian services. What's your final?
Yeah, my final word to Nigerians, especially those that are doing very well, we should extend a helping hand to people in need. And to the ministry in charge of humanitarian services, we should respond to the needs of Nigerians. You should go out there and ensure that you respond to the needs of Nigeria, especially when we have emergencies and all that. The interventions should be quick and sustained to ensure that we do not just waste resources. So I encourage Nigerians to be our brothers and
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, we've been speaking with Dr. Albert Akagi on humanitarian service in the year 2024. Let's touch lives. Let's reduce suffering and maintain human dignity. It's a clarion call for all of us. We need to make a change, assist everybody so that we can have a decent life. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, Good Morning Abuja continues.